So we're going to take a walk around inspection, show you lights, startup, and a test drive of this beautiful 1978 Chevy Corvette pace car replica. So from the factory, all these pace cars actually came with the decals loose, not installed on the vehicle, and it was the owner's prerogative whether or not they had the dealers install them or they installed them later. So this particular pace car replica has never had the decals installed. So, and this car comes to us a very original, just unmolested example of a 78 Corvette pace car, which not every make and model has had the honor to become a pace car, but Corvettes, of course, over the years have been numerous pace car editions. But in 78, it's a great color combination, great body style with the tall fenders. It's a great looking car. So we're going to start going into the condition of this particular pace car, and it does retain its original paint, original interior, numbers matching motor. I mean, it's an original car throughout, you know, unmodified. So the paint is starting to show its age, and I'm not going to go around and show every imperfection. You just need to understand that there is some age cracking, and have Tyler try to come down, and it's primarily in the black. The silver does have a few flaws here and there, but the black, for the most part, throughout the black has got some age cracking and checking. It's more checking. And then around both sides of the car, there is some telegraphing of the factory seams on the 4 quarters. So it might be a little hard to see, but there is some telegraphing of that seam. The original factory wheels, which these were specific for the pace car edition, are in very good shape. They still shine very nicely. Across the front fascia, there is a fair amount of fading and stone chips. The original emblem is in very good condition. And the rear spoiler on the front is in very good condition and fits well. The decals on the hood, I did want to mention that so you notice it. It does have a fair amount of age. Some fading, some sun fading there. More so than on the side of the car. The silver, like I said, for the most part, it does show some age. There are some small stone chips, and maybe some small scratching here and there. The red stripe, the decals, got some chips in it. But the car is fairly low miles, only less than 52,000 original miles. So it has been driven 50,000 miles, so it does have some age and some stone chips here and there. But no major cracks in the fiberglass, no major paint loss. The interior, I would say, would be well above average condition. It's in very good condition. The carpet still presents well with some very minor staining. Both seats are in very good condition. Both door panels are in very good condition. The dash, which is free of cracks. The T-tops are in excellent condition.
The bird cage is in excellent condition.
Yes, the bird cage is in excellent condition.
There's no sag in that door.
So the side glass is in excellent condition. The rear glass is in excellent condition. The rear quarter, and actually the paint shines very nicely. Yeah, you can see Tyler. It does have a factory orange peel in it. Come around. The rear spoiler still fits very well. Very little warpage to no warpage. I mean, there's a little bit, just a little bit, but it still fits the car very nicely. Come around this quarter. And the aging around the back of the car is more on the top portion, but there is some that bleeds down. But that checking, the paint checking is, you know, pretty much throughout the black. I don't know if it's showing up for Tyler or not.
A little bit.
But like Tyler said, the doors open and close very well. No door pin issue. The hinges are very tight. And the interior does present as an original low-mile car. Very little wear. We'll pop the hood. And under the hood you'll see the original numbers matching 350. And the engine compartment of this car has not been detailed. I mean, it's just as natural as you can be and unmodified. I'll go ahead and start this car up and show you some lights working.
Slow on the downtake on the driver's side.
Grab the other camera, we'll go for a test drive in this gorgeous pace car. So we should start recording outside before we even get in it, so you all can hear Tyler and I
talking about the cameras.
Yes, like, microphones on, blah, blah, blah. Tyler's getting frustrated with me, wanting me to get going. Anyway, so here we are. I'm going to take a test drive then on that 1978 Corvette pace car replica.
25th anniversary.
25th anniversary, 78, 25 years. Wow. Yeah. So here we go. So we're going to turn that AC on.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it doesn't blow too loud because it's warm. AC in this car is cold.
It is.
So it's actually going to be...
Very thankful for this black car with glass T-tops to have ice cold AC on it like today.
So, but this numbers matching L48 350 starts up and runs like an L48 350 should. I mean, no excuses.
Yeah, the engine and trans both perform very well. The transmission shifts nice and smooth like you'd expect from a low mileage turbo 350, and the L48, while not being a powerhouse, I mean, it just pulls the car. You can tell it's tight and been well maintained.
Yeah, and being a 70s sports car, you do feel a little performance difference when you have the AC on.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it was at 5%.
Unfortunately, these compressors that GM used back in this era aren't as bad as some of those massive compressors were back in the 60s.
Those old school Chryslers and
yeah. But yeah, no, this car runs and drives, handles like you would expect a 51,000 and change 70s T-top Corvette cabin. Yeah, I got a little bit of road noise in the back, I think, from the tires, but
Yeah, and I have just the faintest from up here where the T-top meets the top corner.
I've got like no ear noise on this side.
Yeah, but not really even enough. If I was just riding the car, I wouldn't even think about it. I mean, the car, it's nice. The interior of this car is actually very well preserved. I mean, it looks like a low mileage Corvette should, and all my gauges work except for the clock, which is pretty typical.
Yeah, the tachometer,
Speed
charging, oil pressure, temperature, fuel gauge, it's all. Wipers work, headlights work. Left one's a little lazy on closing, but
Yeah, they come up pretty much the same, but yeah, closing's a little easy.
and I can't tell you for sure if the rear defrost works or not, but it's not foggy enough.
But yeah, and this car too, as you would expect, because Corvettes and Chevy were notorious for when they came out with a collector edition or some sort of special anniversary car, they liked to fully load these cars, especially with even some features that weren't quite out yet for the Corvette. But this car is fully loaded. I mean, it's got power door locks, power windows, the remote driver mirror, intermittent wipers, the AM/FM stereo with the CB hookup, the rear window defrost. And yeah, so you're not lacking options on this for a 70s sports car.
Yeah,
The tilt and telescopic steering wheel, which is very nice in these C3 Corvettes.
Yes. And power windows both work very well. The power door locks work well. The cruise control does not work. I don't know if you mentioned that already.
I did not.
Cruise control. There's a little bit of age in the paint on the steering wheel, a little bit of paint loss on the dash. But other than that, the seats are in very good condition. No
They're
tears.
comfortable.
They are. I actually really like this generation of this Corvette seats.
Yes.
They fit me well, and I actually like the cloth. It's
Oh yeah, so you don't burn
better.
yourself on
Yeah.
especially on this black car again with glass T-tops.
And when you're, those massive G's in the corners and stuff, you sit, it holds you in the seat. You don't slide like a leather seat,
Massive G's.
Massive G's.
That's what you do on these cars.
Yeah. So,
yeah. If you're looking for just a kind of a seldom seen, rare Corvette, especially the C3 body style, Dad's checking the radio. Looks like maybe the antenna.
the antenna's open up. Radio keeps on. It's on.
Yeah. So, came on. Yeah. But yeah, if you're looking for a nice driver survivor, unmolested Corvette pace car, I mean,
Oh yeah. That's the paint we talked about in the walk around. I don't know what happened to my English, but it's not good right now. But it does show some age. But sitting in the car, the paint shines very nicely. You don't see it. It just looks like a.
just see a black glass.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And actually, when you're walking by the car, 5-10 feet away, she presents.
Yeah, you have to get
very
up
well.
on the car to see its imperfections. They do hide themselves, but we just want to be honest, let you know that they are there. I mean, it is original paint from 1978.
Yeah.
It's old, so
Yeah, and
for paint.
if you're looking for one that you can drive, not worried about, a little stone chip here and there, but one that drives right, operates right. I mean, the AC is cold.
It is. Yeah.
I'm very comfortable.
Absolutely. You can take this. You wouldn't be afraid to drive this anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's all original. I mean, it gives you that just untampered with C3 Corvette experience. I mean, if you want to know what these cars are supposed to run, drive, behave like,
There's a good example.
absolutely. Yeah, so definitely a rock solid example of a 78 Corvette pace car.
Absolutely.